Yeah. How's it going? Excellent. Well, that was easy. I can just stop from here now. All right. We were blessed. We were blessed today with a beautiful day, especially after this weekend of rains. Who would have thought we'd have the day like today to come out here and play golf and celebrate the day on behalf of Weingart. So on behalf of Weingart, I want to welcome everybody and thank you for supporting this wonderful event. Everybody's doing good? Got all the drinks you need, right? Got all the food you need? Excellent. You know, for over 75,000 people in the county of LA and more than 46,000, in the county of LA, homelessness is a real deal. It's a real thing. Not just something we see on the news or something we talk about amongst our friends or something that we just wonder, hey, what's going on? Why do we see all these people out here, right? It's a real hard fact of life that a lot of people are faced with on a daily basis. Those that become unhoused are frequently rent burdened, right? They live paycheck to paycheck, and many report suffering from serious mental illnesses and substance abuse. One-time events, such as a job loss, right? Moving, medical incidents, significant unforeseen costs, and no-fault evictions. It often leads to individuals becoming unhoused. So I want you all to raise your heads and lighten your hearts, because each of you and your organizations have stepped up today to address this concern just by being here. So thank you very, very, very much. Lift your glasses. Thank you. Your support and presence directly supports the programs that go beyond the emergency shelter. The approach by coupling comprehensive wraparound services with personalized housing solutions. All right, that was the written part that I wanted to make sure I got out, right? But we mean it from the bottom of our hearts. We can't express enough how much we appreciate you being here today. You know, it seems like a simple act. You play golf regularly, but playing today and playing on this course and playing for this event contributes directly to the support of ending homelessness. So thank you very, very much. Thank you, Bob. With that, I'd like to move right in.
Hi, so I'm Lindsay Harding. I am a co-chair of this event along with Rick Vaughn, so thank you, Rick. We are going to try to give away some prizes if folks would be interested in that. And we'll be doing the live auction, which is super exciting. So before we get into that, we want to say a few thank yous to people who are very important, played a big role in today. We want to thank the golf committee, the Weingart staff, all the volunteers, everyone here at Sherwood. Thank you again to our lead sponsor, City National Bank, and Denise Coletta in particular. Thank you for your ongoing support, super meaningful to the organization and to me personally. And to our presenting sponsor, U.S. Bank, thank you to Jill McCullough, U.S. Bank table over here. Congratulations. And then we also want to thank our major sponsors. So, Rick? This group.
Okay.
Yep.
So thank you for our 19th hole reception and dinner sponsor, Al and Nancy Playman. Thank you very much to our caddy sponsor, Western Allied Bank. Our golf cart sponsor, Fifth Third Bank. Our golf glove sponsor, Barker Management. And our tournament sponsor and continual champions, the Johnny Carson Foundation and Pancal Building.
Yep, a few more. Thank you to Aiken Gump for being our golf ball sponsor. I lost a few of those today, sorry about that. Thank you to CBRE, our photography sponsor, Dick Goodspeed, our sunscreen sponsor, and then to Allied International Security, our water sponsor, and KPMG, our chip-off contest sponsor. And thank you to everyone who supported this event. So we'd like to give away some prizes. And with that, we're going to read off the first 15 Opportunity Board winners. Everybody, if you hear your name, please come up, collect your prize. And you don't have to be here to win, so we'll make sure that it gets to the folks who bought the opportunity board. So first of all is Beat the Bomb viral game for 6, unlimited rides at Pacific Park Santa Monica Pier for 2, and a bottle of 2009 Silver Oak Alexander Valley, and that goes to Makola.
Anticipating.
I feel like you knew.
I did not know.
Woo! Okay, the next is a round of golf for 2 at Emerald Isles Country Club in Oceanside, and a bottle of 2011 Hand of God Malbec, and that is going to Tommy.
Michael Tommy.
Tommy. Okay. Come on down. Okay, next is a 2-month membership for Curves and a bottle of 2017 Camus Cabernet Sauvignon, and that goes to Makola again.
You know who likes the wine.
Yay! All right. Next, we have 4 East-West Players tickets to On This Side of the World and a bottle of 2011 Hand of God Malbec, and that goes to Steve Shakia. Do you want to do the next few?
Oh, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Okay, the next prize is an In-N-Out burger basket and a bottle of 2012 Rees Pinot San Mateo County. And that goes to Martinez.
And Martinez.
Here? No. Okay. We'll hold the prize. All right. The next one is Lungu Law Group Financial Planning Session and a bottle of 2020 Dow Cabernet Soul of the Lion, and that is going to Uisano. Did I get that right? Usiquano? Here we go! Yay! Congratulations!
Did we get that right?
Uskiano.
Thank you.
Super easy. Okay, next we have 4 admissions to the Magic Castle and a bottle of 2015 Stone Street Farrier Mountain Bordeaux Blend, and that goes to Lim. At Bank of America, US Bank, yes, Bank of America, that's right.
This is Cybertruck.
Woo! Magic Castle. You'll find your ball after all this time.
They can make that truck disappear.
3 different winners. Oh! There's another winner. No, the next one. Okay, the next prize, there's 3 winners for this prize. So it's a Titleist Vokey SM9 wedge. 3 winners. The first one is Amos.
Anybody know Amos?
Okay. The next is Barrow. Benson Barrow. Yay!
All right.
Mendocino. 3rd winner, Mendocino.
Right.
Yay! Congratulations. All right. Next is a Bushnell GPS rangefinder watch, and that goes to Use. YOOS. Use.
Right there.
Yay! All right. I'm sure all of us need one of these after today.
Oh, yeah.
We have a Thurigan Mini, and that is going to Jay Solis.
There we go.
No. Jose. Mr. IT.
We're all going to be borrowing that.
This is really cool. It's a speaker and a GPS.
Okay. The next item, the next prize is Very cool. It is a Wingman speaker audible golf GPS. So a speaker and a GPS all in one. What more could you need? And this is going to Carrera. Carrera.
Hey,
Yeah.
what's the name?
195.
Here.
195. No, 195.
Oh, what's it 93?
193. 195. 195.
195.
Who picked 195? That's you.
You got 195.
He got it.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Next one. Next one. Okay. Second to last, tailor-made Flex Tech Light carry golf bag, and that is going to A. Miller.
Miller.
A. Miller.
All right. The next prize, before we take a break and then get to the bigger prizes, is an Odyssey A1 putter, and that is going to Barge. Jimmy Barge.
Right, so let's
Okay, and then what? Sorry?
you see whether anybody lost that?
Okay. And before we move on, one of the most important things is, does anyone recognize this putter cover? It has Pebble Beach golf links on it. If you recognize it or from someone in your foursome, please come to the top, to the stand. Okay.
So I'll take it off.
All right. And next, we want to bring up Tanya Boykin, COO of the Weingart Center, to give a few remarks.
I'm going to stick this in here. I'm not as skilled as everyone. I can't read and talk at the same time. Actually, I can't. Okay, so thank you all for being here on behalf of the Weingart Center. I can't express how important this event is. We're thrilled that you have a good time, you come out and you enjoy yourselves, but it means so much to the work that we do, and I can't thank you enough on behalf of our board, Senator Kevin Murray, who couldn't be here today, and all of the staff. Thank you all. So give yourselves a round of applause. So very quickly, I have a few thank yous. If you are a Weingart staff member, could you stand up, please? I want to say thank you to this team. A lot goes into this day, and it doesn't start last month or the month before. We start 6 months in advance, and a lot of work goes into it. So every member of the Weingart team that's here today, we really appreciate all the work you do, and thank you. I also want to thank our golf committee, Lindsay Harding and Rick Vaughn. A round of applause. Bob and Carol Levy, if you are not working with them to do golf tournaments, you should. You can pay me later with a donation. Marissa Materna, Warren Louie, Craig Lawson, Sanjay Seith, Jericho Kilpatrick are all members of the golf committee. Well, what I'm really here to do right now is to present the award for the Champion of Change, and just a little bit about this award. It's not just about the work you do in the sector of homelessness. It's not about the work you do in the nonprofit setting. This award was created to encapsulate an individual whose career and their personal life really talks about what it means to make change in this world. And if you've looked at the news lately, that's not an easy thing to do. Some of us stand apart and we create something that's really meaningful and lasting. I am really honored to give this award today to someone that I have really is kind of a mentor, even though they don't know it, and someone that I looked at my career and thought I could do better with. I'll tell you a little bit about William Witte. Mr. Witte founded the Related Companies in 1989. He oversees all of Related California's multifamily and mixed-use development activities in California, which includes a development portfolio that I will not go through today. It would take multiple paragraphs to go. But as Deputy Mayor of Housing and Neighborhoods under Mayor Art Agnew, Mr. Witte oversaw all housing, development, and redevelopment activities in the city of San Francisco. He was the Director of Housing and Economic Development under Mayor Dianne Feinstein and served as the appointed Commissioner of the San Francisco Housing Authority. Mr. Witte graduated from the University of Pennsylvania with a master's in city planning and a bachelor's degree in urban studies. He is the chairman emeritus of the Lusk Center. Isn't it like every single person trying to reach me personally is now sending me a text? Sorry. Lusk Center for Real Estate, and until recently is a member of the Board of Overseers at the Graduate School of Design at the University of Pennsylvania. I can read all of that, but I can tell you that I met Bill Witte 15 years ago, and I actually checked. I called some partners of mine to make sure of the date that I met him. 15 years ago, I was working on a project in San Francisco, which was a very large public supportive housing project. 40 years of institutional poverty, 40 years of every kind of indicator for lack of success that there could be in this world. And I came on as the person who was going to design the services and do the community work for the community. And every idea I had was a little half-baked and a little bit crazy. And the only person who really agreed with that and thought it was the right thing to do was Mr. Bill Witte. And I can tell you that one evening I called him because some of you who are into football and you have children that are in football, there was a small group in this public housing site and they were not going to be able to play in the Pop Warner football that year because there are fees that are associated with it. And I mentioned it to him as we were in our team meeting, and I thought nothing of it. And that evening, I received a phone call from Bill, and he said, "How much is it? It doesn't matter. I'll pay for the team to go." I couldn't imagine that anyone would say something like that. It's not about just bricks and mortar. It's not about developing a site and putting people in it. But to truly create change in the world, you have to be in it and you have to change a community. What he did that day for the youth who lived in that community, for their parents, for the folks who had been there for over 40 years was unbelievable. That project is still going on, and he has been my champion for years since. 15 years later, I thought Weingart is doing developments. Why aren't we working with the Related Companies? And I hadn't spoken to Bill in years. And I picked up the phone and I thought I'd call him on the phone and see. And I thought I'd get his secretary or someone else. And I said, "This is Tanya Boykin, he won't remember me, and if he's available, I'll leave a message." And he answered the phone immediately. And he said, "Let's do some work together." I am so honored to give this year's award for the Champion of Change to Mr. Bill Witte.
Thank you, Tanya, for that very generous introduction. But by the way, this is not my golf outfit. I'm not a golfer. And they said, you can be casual, but you can't wear denim. And I said, what does that even mean? So, in any event, I will tell you, this place is beautiful. It's like maybe I'll take up golf to come to this place every year. I have to say, it's true. Tanya called me, was it 3 years ago? I don't even remember. And she said, "We'd like to talk with you about being a partner with Weingart." And I agreed to meet with her and Kevin Murray. And he proceeded to outline the projects they were working on. I thought private, I didn't say anything. I thought, He's got to be kidding. You can't do that. And I started asking him the usual cynics questions. Yeah, where are you going to get the subsidies, and where are you going to get this? He answered all of them. I said, my God. Then I asked him, yeah, but the community's not going to support this. He said, oh, I've already been through all those meetings and they're supporting it. But, geez, I've never heard something like that before. And of course I knew Tanya, and the part in homeless you worry about is not just the bricks and mortar, but all the other stuff. And I said, well, I'm not worried about that, but I didn't know the rest of the Weingart team. And the more we got into it, the more comfortable I got. And they were in the process of working on a first tower. This was the second tower. He thought, well, let's see how it goes. And more importantly, every time there was an issue or a question, there were always issues or questions. I would talk to Kevin or somebody, and we'd talk it through. And it was almost like talking to friends. You know, yes, it's business, and yes, we're partners, and yes, you have to protect your interests and all that stuff. But it was really, it was a personal feel. Now, I already had that with Tanya. I was surprised and pleased that she would call me after all those years. And so, you know, on the one hand, yes, we like to be agents of change and all of that, but we also have to run a business. So you can't only just do things because they feel good. So we ultimately get that project underway, and then Kevin calls me and says, oh, we have another one. And once again, I'm thinking, yeah, right, how's that, you know, in LA, I hope I don't offend anyone from the city of LA here, but it's really hard to get anything done. And it was already like half financed. I mean, Tanya said it well, I think, can people take Kevin's calls when he calls? And this is the hardest stuff to do. You all know that. That's why you're here, and I certainly appreciate that. It's really hard to do. And I was asking Tanya earlier questions maybe I should have asked earlier, but okay, how are you going to lease this up? How do you handle this? What do you do? Boom, boom, boom. She was like 3 steps ahead of me. And I think you who help Weingart should all feel very good that this is as professional yet, I'd say emotionally sensitive an organization as I've seen. And so I not only feel good about what we're doing with them, but we have another one, a project that's 3 buildings, 2 affordable and 1 permanent supportive housing on Washington Street that was a state surplus site. And I look forward to the next one. And my team, Steve Sherman, Sam Hernandez, they're thinking, he's crazy, what is he doing? But I'm telling you, they really do an exceptional job at a time when the press and everybody is on you, and they're complaining, you're too inefficient, it costs too much. My friend Peter Barker, who manages their stuff, he's also crazy. I mean, but it's a good story, and we could all use a few good stories, and I'm here to tell you that Weingart is one of them. So thank you very much for this. But it's really your efforts, and we're following in your wake, and I look forward to the next one.